Yo, what's going on? Welcome back to another episode of the Ultimate Ironman. And after spending a few days only doing farming and only doing herb runs, here's all the herblore supplies we managed to accumulate in the last video. We're finally going to be tackling by far the slowest and most difficult skill for Ultimate Ironman, herblore. 70 herblore is the main requirement holding us back from the quest cape, and we are going to be knocking that out today. I talked about this more at the end of the last video, but hey. But the only herbs that we're going to be using are Aventos for super energies and Reinhards for prayer potions. Because I don't want to start making all these other potions, then have stacks of all these potions and stacks of all the herbs that we get in the future. We just don't have space for that. So just me focusing on these two herbs. And if my calculations are correct, these two stacks of herbs should be enough to get us to 70 herblore. So I'm just going to go suicide the account right now, get everything all sorted out, take all the items out of the bag that we need for training herblore. And I'll see you back when we're ready to go. Oh my gosh, just look at the price check of all these herbs. Even taking these out though, just the ones we're going to be using, the Reinhards and the Aventos. Look at that value, dude. We're going to be using 13 mil worth of herbs. Okay, to get vials of water, I'm going to head over to Waterbirth Island and take the boat over to Relica. And we're going to trade Sigmund the Merchant for the noted vials of water. Each of these packs has 100 in there, and they're pretty cheap. We need like 2.6k, so I'll just buy out all of these. Okay, there we go. It only costs like 7k GP. I'm really excited to start training herblore because I feel like herblore is the most unique skill to train on a UIM. Like the methods you do for training the skill itself and collecting all the resources and everything is just so unique. And I'm excited to learn this as well as share the experience of learning it with you. So this tile that I'm standing on right here is a very special tile because this tile is the closest tile you can get to Bob Barter, who's the one who decants your potions, and still be able to unnote stuff at the banker without having to move. So you can be this far away from the banker and unnote your stuff. We're going to want an even amount of inventory space for making potions, so 16 in this case, and we have 17, so I'm going to unequip a random piece of armor. There we go, now we have 16. By the way, before we really start, we got about 1/3 of the way into the level from 66 through 67. Once again, all just from cleaning herbs, doing the herb runs. Alright, it's always weird at the start to like try and get into the rhythm of things, but once you get going, it's really not too bad. So I'll kind of show you step by step right now what we're doing. We're going to unnote the vials of water, drop half of them, unnote the Reinhards, make the unfinished potions. Now that we have the Desert Hard Diary done, we could have these made by the guy in Narda for 200 GP each, but I have more important things I want to save money for right now, specifically the Occult Altar. We still have to save a few mil more GP for that. And then we'll get our Snape Grass, unnote that, and make the unfinished Reinhardt potions into finished prayer potions. And after we make all these, we can come to Bob Barter over here and decant them all into 1-dose potions. And the reason why we want to make 1-dose potions is because if we make 4-dose potions, then there's like I guess a 75% chance we'll have a 1, 2, or 3-dose potion left over. So by making them all into 1-dose potions, you guarantee there's no leftover. Then we're going to come back, pick up these vials of water, and I have Entity Hider on right now. That's why there's like a skull running around and all these random pets standing there. That's so I don't misclick on a person. I can make sure that I actually click on the banker. Banker? I barely know her. What's this stupid UIM doing at the GE? UIMs can't use the bank or the GE, freaking idiot. But yeah, I think you can kind of see how this process is going to go now, so I'll just see you back once we get the next herblore level. Okay, first level coming in of the herblore grind, there is 67. It looks like we're averaging like 55 KXP per hour, so we are 1 hour away until the next level. Okay, here's the next level, 68, and I found out you can just hold down 1 the whole time because every action that you do, you can just hold on the 1 key. Okay, here's the last of the prayer potions that we're making. We have no more Reinhards now. I guess the XP per hour went up because I was like dilly-dallying around at the start, so looks like we got over 65k XP per hour, which is pretty nice. And yeah, let's decant these. I'll do a little price check of all the potions now. See how much money we lost. Okay, so the value of all these 1-dose prayer potions that we have is almost 11.2 mil. I guess once we turn these into 4-dose potions, once we start doing Slayer, that's like over 1100 prayer potions right there. Alright, so let's put these in the looting bag, and then we'll figure out how to get set up for the super energies that we're about to be making here. We're going to need a blessed silver sickle for this method, and my favorite way, hey, no. My favorite way to get a silver bar on the UIM is to trade this guy right here for that. My favorite furnace to use is the Faldor furnace. I think that's probably the closest furnace to a teleport that I could think of offhand. There's our silver sickle. Now we just gotta bless it. Not that it really matters, I guess, since we don't have any food, but ever since we built that fire after making friends with my arm, the gas won't attack us anymore, and there's no swamp decay effect. So that's cool. We'll just dip this sickle in there, and we have our blessed silver sickle. that we need for this. Once again, I want an even amount of slots open in the inventory, so I'm just going to put the rune axe in the looting bag. I guess we won't do birdhouse runs for a little while. I'm going to do a couple rotations of this method to just see how it all works and get used to it. And then once I figure it out, I will come back and show you how this works. Okay, I think I kind of got the hang of this now, so I'll kind of just walk through step by step what we're doing. So first, after each trip, we're going to teleport home, only equip the Drayman staff right before we use the fairy ring, and then as soon as we teleport with the fairy ring, I'm going to equip the dust battle staff again. Then we're going to run down over here. This spot has 3 logs next to it, while this one only has 2. But I believe because this spot's closer, it's a little bit more efficient to use the 2 log spot over the 3 log spot. I set the shift click option for the silver sickle to bloom, so instead of having to right click cast bloom, I can just shift click and cast bloom that way. And because we have the Mauritania hard diary done, we get 2 fungi per log instead of just 1. I also made sure to set my NPC attack options to always right click, because the snails do kind of go across here sometimes, so just to make sure I don't misclick on them. Don't want to hurt the snellies. And every time you cast with this, use up a little bit of prayer points. And I think with the amount of prayer points I have, I'll be restoring prayer in my POH every 2 trips. Okay, now once we have our full inventory of fungi here, we're going to teleport back to the GE. Now this part is where it gets kind of intense, so I'm going to kind of pause right here and do a voiceover because I will not be able to talk and do this method at the same time. I'm not going to explain exactly what I'm doing in the order that I drop things because, I mean, you can see on screen right now, but what I do want to talk about is the savages at the GE. So when you drop a tradable item on the ground, after 60 seconds, it'll appear to everyone, and then after 2 minutes, they completely disappear. And that is very important to know when doing this method, making super energies for UIMs, especially for making 20 potions at a time. You have pretty much no room for error, because I'm telling you, the moment these items appear to everyone, people will start running over to grab them, and they will get yoinked almost immediately. Like literally, you can even be in a total level world and it does not matter. People will pick up anything on the ground, even just vials of water. If you don't believe me, try it right now. Go to the GE, drop some like firelighters or logs or just some random item that's worth nothing, and as soon as they appear, all the freaking noobs will just swarm over and just take everything. I'm telling you, man, they're savages. I'm getting worked up here just talking about it. Yeah, so as you can tell, it's pretty stressful, man. I mean, maybe it's not stressful to watch, but it's very stressful to do. But yeah, then we come over here to Bob Barter. We drop 2 items because we need 2 empty inventory spaces in order to decant. We're going to decant them all into windows pots, and then pick our stuff back up and teleport back to the house. Our prayer is going low because it's been 2 trips now. I don't have the prayer potion pool yet, so we gotta restore it to altar. There we go, put the Drayman staff on just for 1 second while we teleport with the fairy ring, then put the dust staff back on and repeat this process. And yeah, this is a very stressful method to do, man, but we'll make it happen. We'll make it through these 1,000 Abentos. Oh yeah, another thing I forgot to say that we can do is if we right click Rock Teleport and configure that, we can set the default to Grand Exchange, so that way I can left click to go to the GE, and now right click is going to Varrock. And that's just after the Varrock Medium Diary, you can use the GE teleport. Okay, here is level 69, haha, very funny. That is anti-fire potions without boosting now, which would be really good for DS2, but I don't have time to just stand around here talking because these are going to despawn very fast, and all the freaking noobs are going to come around and start yoinking everything. This is so stressful, dude. It won't last too long, though. The funny thing, too, is that people do start yoinking the Mortmeyer fungus. I won't even see them picking it up. It'll just start despawning by itself because I can't see the people with the entity hider. It'd just be funny, like, see them just go away. It'd just be like, no, where are you going? Okay, so I've actually been timing out this last 1 hour of doing this method. Intense, because there's really no way to not do it intense. Like, there's no downtime whatsoever while doing this. Let me just pick up these. I'll show you the XP rates we've gotten from this 1 hour. So we've gotten about 60k Herblore XP. Let me just pause that real quick. And that also means that we were making just over 500 of these pots per hour. We are getting near the end now, though, getting very close to 70 Herblore. So I guess we'll just see back once we get 70. No, I'm very surprised that I didn't mess this up. Like I said, there's pretty much no room for error. So if you do mess up, you're pretty much screwed. And I haven't messed up a single time. But yes, there it is, 70 Herblore. Let me actually, we'll go through dialogue message. We finish making these and pick up these potions real quick. So yeah, 70 Herblore is the last requirement that we were missing for Song of the Elves. The only other requirement that we need for the quest cape is 50 Runecraft. We have 48 right now, and tiers actually just reset a few hours ago. So I will go ahead and do that in just a bit. And I'll get to 49, I'm assuming. So I guess I'll have to train like a tiny bit of Arcade's library or something. But yeah, it's really weird. I don't know, like this method does suck a lot, but after I got kind of like into the rhythm and groove of doing it, it kind of became almost meditative in a way. I don't know, but I'm going to use it the last 201 Abentos. 201. That means we'll have 1 extra inventory with just 1 herb. Anyways, yeah, I'm going to use all these up. I'll see you back when we're done. Well, here we go, the last of the potions that we're making for a long time. We got 31% of the way through level 70 Herblore as well. Guess we can go ahead and drop the rest of this for the GE noobs, because you know they freaking love the vials of water. Oh, you know what? I'll drop the big boy for them too. Someone will be very happy about that, I'm sure. So I guess in total we have this many doses of super energy. Let's do a price check of it. 1.6 mil worth. And this is really nice because later on when we can make staminas, all we gotta do is just add the amylase into it, which is very, very AFK compared to the method that we have to do to make these. But yeah, I guess we're done training Herblore for a while. We're done. I guess I'm gonna drop that as well. I think I'll head over to the pond for a bit and just chill and figure out what exactly we're doing next. Oh, let's do tiers first though. Okay, I'm sure we'll get at least 49 Runecraft, and we're still 5.5k to 50. One more level to go. Actually, you know what? Instead of fishing, I don't know why, but for some reason I have a bit of an itch for crafting. So buying some Ash runes here, and we're gonna use some charter chips for a bit. We are 80 crafting, and maybe we'll get a level. Well, there we go. There's 81 crafting. I don't know. I just figured because we have all this empty inventory space right now, it's just something we could easily do. Don't have to worry about suiciding or anything. So. Yeah, crafting level right there. Okay, after this inventory, we're going to head over to the Arceus library and try to do some rune crafting. We only need level 50, so just one level. And it'll be good to test out the method and just see how it'll be for the future, because there's a good chance I probably will end up going back there for future rune crafting training. I guess it's a good thing we have a super empty inventory as well, because the more inventory space we have, the better. Of course, we don't have staminas yet, but we're not going to be there for too long, so it's whatever. Alright, well, we're at the Arceus library now. We're just going to be helping all the people out, collecting their books. The RuneLite plugin helps a lot, but even without the plugin, there's like a set pattern of where all the books are. They change every 80 to 100 minutes, but the patterns, I believe, are always the same, I think is how it works. I never tried this method out before, but I have seen other people do it, so we'll see how it goes. And then when you get the book, you turn it in, and then you get a little tome here that you could trade in for either magic XP or runecrafting XP, which of course scales based on your level. And that's what we're going to be doing. By the way, you may have heard of a nerf for the Arceus library, and the nerf that they did not too long ago is that you cannot bank the books anymore. So safe to say, probably doesn't affect UIMs too much, eh? Okay, well, we have all these books here. I'm just going to hold down 2 and see all these sweet, sweet XP drops come in. Okay, and this should be exactly enough that we need for 50 runecrafting. We are now over halfway to 99. There we go. Oh, large pouches, and yeah, that was the last requirement for Devious Minds, so I guess we can go ahead and do that quest right now then. We need the large runecrafting pouch for this quest, and in order to get the large one, we have to get the medium one. And in order to get the medium one, we have to get the small one. And each one is a 1 out of 42 drops, so we are going to be here for a little while. And then you lose the large pouch during the quest. I'm going to just drop the other 2 anyways. There we have it, the large pouch. Alright, well, let's start Devious Minds, one of the last 3 quests that we have on the UIM. It's a really fast quest, it's like 10 minutes. No way, dude. Devious? Like the YouTuber? His name's Devious? Does that mean he skateboards? Can he do a kickflip, bro? You know, I always wish that we could actually keep this weapon and like actually equip it. The bow sword, that'd be sick. Oh, we're going to Intrana. Wait, do we lose the rune pouches on death? I hope not. Okay, moment of truth. Do we get the pouch back? Oh, we're getting the other pouch. Okay, so because we put the thing in there, we have to get the large pouch back. We can still get the small medium one back, then we just have to go get the large one back ourselves. I need the Drayman staff to get to the abyssal area so we can get the large pouch, but then to get to Intrana, I'll have to drop it. But because we'll be on Intrana, we can just get back again. I've explained this in previous videos, but the comment still comes up a lot. You can buy a lunar staff from Purdue for 60k, but the lunar staff is always lost on death no matter what. So I don't think it's really worth the time and money when you lose it so often. After claiming all the stuff back and getting the looting bag, I decided to plant all the dragon fruit tree seeds. I had 5 of them in there, and this papaya tree that we had planted is going to give us level 82 farming, which means we can now boost with the garden pie to get into the highest tier section of the farming guild. I believe if you plant the spirit tree there, you have to boost every time you want to go in, but I guess we don't even need that since we have the jewelry box anyways. Alright, here's the end of Devious Minds. There we go, we have 2 quests left to go now. Dragon Slayer 2 and Song of the Elves, and also no levels from all that XP. We also got this medium clue scroll from killing the abyssal creatures, so let's just finish that up real quick. Fun little fact, by the way, according to ModMattK's 2016 data session, Devious Minds was the quest least often completed by players as of 2016. So obviously it has been a while, but I'm going to guess that's due to the 50 runecrafting requirement. I thought that was very interesting. I think it's the last one I did on the hardcore as well. Alright, here's the casket. Alright then. That's a good place to wrap up though. Yeah, it's funny because even though Devious Minds is supposed to be like a 10-minute quest or something, it definitely took way longer than that. But next video, we are going to be getting into Dragon Slayer 2. I want to save Song of the Elves for last because it's the newest quest, and I feel like it'd just be really cool to wrap up getting the quest cape by going into Prif. But with all that said, thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed, and I hope that you have a great day, and I'll see you again next time as we take on Galvik and Dragon Slayer 2.